Y'all, it has been a fucking week since we spoke.
It's been a week, and I also feel like right now we're both in like weird states. So I feel as though this is going to be...
Is that ever different from when we're recording?
No, probably not, but this is probably going to be interesting, to say the least.
So, not to be this bitch, but Mercury...
Oh,
she did
my God.
do it.
All right, guys. Well, that was this episode. Let's see you next week. Binges, stay tuned.
I said that my uterus is in retrograde as well. Because she sprung a leak today, bitch. And also, like, Chris is dying because we had, like, a very spicy... this yogurt is so spicy. But it had, like, a ton of jalapenos on it, so he's sensitive.
Yeah, listen, my acid is upset right now, and all I want is to have coffee with Rachel.
I know.
But my acid is at an all-time high. And
my ass is at an all-time high, to be honest.
True. And so that would just be a bad combination. So this is just Rachel today.
I don't even have a beverage, okay? I'm going dry, honestly.
Yeah. Probably not the best practice for you.
We slept like shit last night too. Like I have no idea why, but we were just up every like 10 minutes, and I don't know, I just felt so parched. I think it's because Lila discovered that if she tries hard enough, she can pull the doors of my closet open, and so that's what she does at 2 o'clock in the fucking morning. It was like 4. It was a mess.
It was both times. Like it was all night long.
And I just want to talk about the antacid, okay? From hell.
Yes.
So I was having, and this actually brings up a very embarrassing story. So why don't
embarrassing snapshot of SpongeBob at the Christmas party.
That's literally me. So I'm going to tell a very nice, embarrassing poop-related story that I think you all will enjoy.
We didn't tell this? I could have swore like this was on the docket at one point, and then it just didn't happen.
Because like as a person with anxiety, I remember every awkward thing I've ever said in my entire life, okay? Yes. They're just all up there in SpongeBob's brain and filing cabinets, okay? And when this thing happened, it was like the papers were being thrown around the room, and it was a mess.
This one gets fucking laminated. Like, this is the one that really stands out.
Thank God it was with a really close friend. Otherwise, I don't know if I would still be with us today. So I was having some stomach issues, to not get it too deep into it. And I was taking this fucking antacid that Chris bought that is literally from the pits of hell, okay?
It's effective, but at a price.
He was making fun of me because I was like gagging trying to get this shit down when I first took it, and he was like, oh my God, you're so annoying. I was like, Chris, you don't understand, it tastes like liquefied toothpaste. It was like, but with like a chalky like Anastasia subculture palette finish in my esophagus, okay? Like,
honestly, truer words have never been spoken.
And so you took that today, and I feel very validated, okay?
Like, your teeth get a film on them, and that's just all you need to know.
It's fucking disgusting.
But let me tell you, it fucking works, and I don't really have acid right now. My stomach just kind of hurts a little bit, so probably, like, when we get to, like, ad time, I might brew coffee, because fuck, I need that.
Ooh, that would be nice, because honestly, the sleeping. Yeah. But anyway, so... if you've ever taken Pepto-Bismol or an antacid before, you might have realized that it, like, literally makes your poop black, okay? Like, there's something...
There are no barriers here on this show.
There's no way that I can get this said.
Sharing it all.
I'm bearing it all for you guys. I'm like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Let me tell my fucking podcast audience. All right, so I took it, and let me just say that the shit the next morning was alarming, to say the least. And so if you know anything about me, you know that I label people in my phone, and I don't, like, change their names or anything, but the one thing I do is I change their photo to be a random lit bird.
Yes.
That's just the thing. I like it. It works for me.
I am the magnificent bald eagle.
Yeah. That's just like, that started as like a Mac default photo, and then it just was your legacy.
Few that they had in there.
Yeah.
So
every time someone calls me, it's jarring because your whole phone screen just turns into a random bird. So I was groggy as fuck. I took this very violent shit, and I wanted to tell Chris about it because we've been dating for 7 years, and that's what we fucking text about.
Yes. Honestly, if you were to look, our Facebook conversation is just us sharing, like,
link share. It's like a Dropbox.
Yeah. And then our text conversation is just stupid shit like this.
It's me describing weird bodily functions and you telling me about what dog is stinking up your cubicle. Yeah. And that's it. So
living the dream, guys.
I vividly describe in text my shit to Chris. Or I thought it was Chris, but it was not Chris.
Let me tell you, I was so confused in this whole moment that's about to happen.
Yeah, because like normally when I wake up, I like take like a minute and I do whatever I want to do, and then I text Chris and I'm like, I'm up, bitch, you know, like just like letting him know if I don't get up with him. So I'm thinking I'm texting Chris all about my violent poops, and meanwhile he has no idea that I'm even awake. And then you texted me and you were like blah 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 blah, and you acted like you hadn't heard anything about my horrific shitting. And I was like, didn't I tell you? Like, did I dream this? Like, didn't I tell you that? Because I was looking at our text and I didn't see anything about shit.
Yeah, and I sent you a screenshot. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. There's nothing here.
Chris, you don't understand. Like, I was legit having a conversation with you about it. Like, I was like, did I dream that? Because my dreams are very realistic. I don't fly around. I just go through normal everyday stress.
I think that, like, we had the same realization as to what happened at the same time.
It turns out I was texting my friend Ashley, who is shared in my phone as a bird as well. And, like, we're very close, but I don't know if we have talked about our poops yet in, you know, context. Like,
well, now you've broken all barriers.
It's like, that's a level of friendship that once you reach that with me, I just feel like we're really getting somewhere.
Yeah.
But
I get you.
She, being the fucking, like, precious angel that she is, she did not, like, she knew I was not talking to her about shit on purpose. She knew I was trying to text Chris because at one point I was like, when are you coming home? And she just ignored it and sidebarred into like Kristen Stewart or something, you know what I mean? Like something we would normally talk about. And I was like, oh, I'm just talking to Ashley right now. But I didn't see, like, if I scrolled up, I didn't see where it was weird. And she just played it cool, like it was totally fine. And then I texted her, I was like, by the way, I thought I was texting Chris about my shits this morning. So that's just a story I'd like to share. And then I tweeted about it, and a lot of people were like, oh yeah, I did the same thing with like my professor, my boss.
Oh my God. Honestly,
like,
that's
okay.
like a worse situation.
Do you have any situations like that where you thought you were texting the wrong person or calling the wrong person? I don't know.
No.
You don't do this. You don't communicate.
I don't communicate. That's my problem.
Have you ever, like, okay, this is petty and shady, but have you ever screenshotted a text conversation that you're having with someone else and you go to send it to your friend, but you send it to the person you're talking about? Okay, like that happened where like me and a friend, we were shitting on my sister back in the day, and like I screenshotted one of her texts and like accidentally sent it to my sister, and she was like, what the fuck, why are you talking about me? I think it was when I came out.
Why not?
Yeah, I know. It was literally when I came out and I was sending it to like lesbian friends, and she was like, I can't believe you would tell them that you were bi before me. I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna fucking share.
You would be the first person that would go to.
Yeah,
totally.
The homophobic person over the lesbians. Let's just, I don't know. It's a tough choice, guys.
So, I don't have coffee yet, but I do have a coffee fact.
Okay.
And so, this is about not so much coffee, but about caffeine. And apparently, it can help with asthma just a little bit, like very mildly, because caffeine acts as a bronchodilator.
Okay. Is that why I start heavy breathing when I've had too much espresso?
It's supposed to do the opposite of that.
Like, it raises my heart rate.
Okay, here we go.
My heart rate is raised, but my lungs are open. That's what I'm getting from this.
So, any asthma sufferers out there, coffee may slightly help you from time to time, is essentially what this is saying.
Yo, they were mowing the grass earlier today, and my whole face swole.
Whoa.
Swole?
Swole? What the fuck?
Is that like swum? Bringing it back. Honestly, the English language is the most fucked up thing that this earth has given us.
You can always fuck me up with Colonel. Why does it sound the way that it does?
I'll never get over it. I remember playing Clue and being like, the Colonel Mustard.
Yeah, Colonel Mustard. That's who he is.
The Colonel.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm upset at myself, honestly.
So you mentioned the grass cutting, and that made me think of it finally stopped being like really warm.
Oh here. Yeah, Seattle stopped smoking. Yeah. I didn't, but Seattle did.
Stopped vaping. You know?
Yeah. No, it was worse than a vape. It was something.
It was like the air was kind of bad for breathing.
Yeah, I couldn't really have the windows open. It's fine.
Yeah, so now it's a nice cool time of year, and I think it's safe to say that fall has started because we made our first purchase of fall scented Bath & Body Works candles.
Did you see me kiss their ass and they still shut me the fuck down?
Honestly, guys, our number one brand deal we would have their ad on every episode.
I would be the biggest shill for Bath and Body Works if they let me.
Because we love them.
And like, you don't understand. Like, I tag them in like every tweet I make. I'm like, haha, the sky is blue at Bath and Body Works. Make that your candle scent.
A black
We
sky
can't
blue
talk
candle.
Okay, but like, I bought 7 fucking candles.
They were on sale, guys.
Oh yeah, we still don't fuck with their $24.50, bitch.
I think they are still on sale as of Monday.
Don't quote me on this.
Yeah, don't quote me. Don't at me.
But I like tweeted. I was like, have you ever seen someone? Because I tweeted them in the first one. I was like, it's not officially the autumnal equinox until Bath and Body Works, like at Bath and Body Works, sends out their fall shit.
Yeah.
And they were into that. And then I tweeted without tagging them because it was a kind of embarrassing tweet. I was like, honestly, can you believe for the amount of times that I've like sang their praises on my social media that they don't pay me? And they were like, you can shout about us anytime. And I'm like, bitch, give me your money. Give me my life back.
Honestly, that's me with pumpkin spice latte.
Oh yeah,
because I did get that. I got that fucking cozy.
They gave you that wristband, and you entered a cult that you didn't know.
Yeah, it's weird, but I'm here for it.
I am very excited for fall. I'm very over fucking everything.
From what it looks like, things are gonna stay this way, and I am happy about it.
I know. I literally ask Alexa every day. I'm very nervous about her.
Also, by the way, I hope that nothing sounds any different right now. But we're in the middle of updating our podcast setup right now. We got some nice new pop filters on our microphone, so
they're like
hopefully
nice little
popping.
microphone condoms, and they're so squishy.
And then for next episode, we should have some new stands that should be arrived by
Finally,
then.
getting rid of the dreaded cord that we've been fucking with since day one.
Doing some updating, guys.
I know, because we're not even doing this podcast yet in our intended space, which is our fucking office, because we don't have the couch yet. So we're slowly getting there.
Slowly but surely, we will get there.
One day we'll have like a soundproof bunker that we will be recording. Actually, that'll be our nuclear bunker, which we've been looking into. Like, we're fucked.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to have one of those.
I've read so many articles where it's like how to protect yourself.
I mean, I'm playing Fallout 4 right now, so I feel like that's pretty good preparation.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little too real.
Yeah.
Do you think the bugs would do that? For context, in Fallout 4, the bugs are bigger than Lila.
There is no saying as to what could really happen. There's a lot of things. I read, I could not finish the book because it was just honestly too dark for me and too real. But it was like The Last Train to Hiroshima.
Oh,
and it's about like the immediate after effects of like what was going on in Hiroshima after the bomb dropped.
Is it fiction or is it like actually
it's like real.
Historically accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's historically accurate, and like it was fucked up, and I had to stop reading. Like it was too much.
Well, let's get ready.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to happier things.
There are no happier things. Let's be honest. Let's talk about Charlottesville real quick.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Like there were rallies that were happening here in Seattle that got pretty violent. There was like the fucking like pro KKK people here.
Yeah, we had shit we were gonna do, and then
battling
we're like, nah, we're not gonna go out there today.
I know. I had like a business thing, and I was like, there's no way I am doing anything near this area right now.
Yeah. So obviously, what has happened in Charlottesville is fucking terrible. It's
they're
horrible.
like, oh yeah, like nothing's really going on. We're peacefully protesting. I'm like, someone fucking died. Like someone actually died.
The powder keg, you know?
And it's just so telling. Like, have you noticed how no one's died at a fucking Black Lives Matter fucking rally? You know what I mean? And they're like, oh, wow, we have to have SWAT teams there to watch people peacefully protest over police brutality. And these people are like, I gotta grab my fucking Hawaiian tiki torch that I've been using for my Walmart Chinette backyard barbecue.
And grab my fucking
And
Ford.
talk about how much I fucking hate the Jews. Like, I have not seen so many swastikas in my life since I've been to the Holocaust Museum. Like, this is too much. It's too much.
The salutes, the fucking swastikas. And
everyone's losing their fucking job.
Yeah, I know.
It's amazing.
It is so fucking funny that all of these stupid fuckboys are out here doing this shit. And
no
then
no hood.
As soon as they start getting like identified, because it's fucking 2017, and if you can dox anybody essentially, so like they start getting identified, and then they're like, oh my god, wait, no, like, this is destroying my life. I take it back. Like,
I'm actually not that racist you see in the fucking
that
photo.
one fucker that was like...
And he's literally, like, screaming. Like, there's a vein popping. Like,
yeah, that's when you know.
Yeah, there's one YouTuber that went wearing a fucking, like, swastika armband, and he was like, it was a social experiment. And I don't know if it was a social experiment or if he really is a fucking Nazi.
YouTube should ban any video that is called, like, social experiment, because
they're always
fuck
bad.
That shit.
Like, they should just have all died with Sam Pepper, okay? Like, is he gone? Like, where did he go?
Please?
But, like, even so, say you're, like, showing up to a fucking KKK rally, okay?
Legit.
Like, with
Nazi KKK,
paraphernalia all over you. Like, that still looks bad, honey. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you can't... That's not a good... Someone literally died, and you're here trying to film a fucking viral YouTube video. Like, I need
even
if
it was social experimentation, like, fuck off. Like, that just looks really terrible, and you're a terrible person.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about that. It's all fucking terrible people, and dox the shit out of them. Like, I saw, like, Jennifer Lawrence was even, like, sharing, like, the photos and being like, hey...
Let's find these people.
Find these people and identify them so we can get them, like, fucking...
Yeah, she's trying to fucking clean her plate off a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying not to hurt people's feelings right now.
So,
anyway.
Let's talk about what the fuck is Air Bud was real.
Okay. I read an article, as I do. And I learned that when Air Bud came out, because that's an older fucking movie that we can all know and love. If you don't know what Air Bud is, you're too young to be listening to this show, so please stop. But it's basically this movie where a golden retriever plays basketball and he kicks ass, bitch. And it turns out that is a real dog that was doing all that shit. And, like, the directors were like, yeah, it was wild to watch him work. Like, he makes those shots. Like, there's no CGI back then.
Wait. So, I figured, like, it was just, like, some weird Hollywood magic that's going on to make it look like he's...
No, it's a fucking dog. The dog is the magic. Air Bud was real.
That's amazing.
So, I just thought that you should all know that, okay?
Makes me think
Homeward
of that.
Bound, what was going on there? I mean, honestly, those were some great actors.
Makes me think of that one Vine that was just like, I didn't make the team. Yeah, that fucking dog.
Yeah, there was this fucking dog. 90% of my life is quoting Vines. Rip.
And that really is... too much of what I do in my day-to-day life.
The funniest thing is that, like, I had Vines myself.
Yeah,
that I
did too.
They were, like, just awkward zooms of Squeezie.
I remember I had a Vine of me locking the door of our Brookwood apartment, which was our first apartment, as we were leaving it, because I was...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I was, like,
my first
closing the door
like,
of this chapter, like...
I hate that.
Yeah.
I just remember mine being like, I'm on Vine, what is this? And then I would just keep zooming in on my face. Like, that was all of my Vines. There's, like, a Vine of me watching High School Musical.
I mean, Snapchat pretty much killed Vine, even though you don't replay it over and over again.
Just,
but,
like,
it's like
short
quick,
video. People were like, wow, we actually don't have to worry about this. We could just upload to Twitter. And you can do, like, I think, what is it, 140 seconds? Yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's for the characters,
yeah. It's smart, but it's also fuck you.
It's smart, but, like, there are very few covers that I can upload.
I want to know how Leo got his entire fucking movie up there. Like,
I'm not mad
explain
because,
to
like,
me.
it's for the planet, but my covers... No, I'm just kidding. So what else is on the docket, Chris?
So, any Twilight and Hunger Games fans out there, there's some possible hope for you. I'm excited because now that I am, fully caught up.
He's a twihard.
I'm a twihard, guys. I'm on Breaking Dawn right now, by the way, and I'm reading from Jacob's perspective.
When you're done, we're going to take every Twilight-related quiz.
It's going to be one episode of just all Twilight quizzes.
Because I've been waiting, because, like, there's so many good ones anyway. And I want you to, like, see the memes, because, like, oh, man, you've just been so behind.
So, apparently, after the success of Fantastic Beasts...
and where to find them.
They have decided that they would be open to doing more things in the Twilight universe and in the Hunger Games universe, probably in the form of prequels for both.
I'm cool with that, though. I'm very cool with that.
We have said that, in terms of Hunger Games, we would love to see Haymitch's games.
I've always said that.
That would be so cool. And also...
And, like, the very first game...
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
You know, like how the...
or how this world came to be what it is.
All of the fucking factions. I forget. There's Divergent. There's Hunger Games.
Districts.
Fuck.
Wow, we're fucking stupid.
I think faction was Divergent.
Twilight, I mean, you know, these fuckers have lived for... they've lived for hundreds of years, so they could do a lot. And I swear to God, if Robert Pattinson is not back...
No, he will never.
He would never come back, but please do, because I need more of him shitting on Stephenie Meyer. I was literally reading
something about him the other day where he's like just so happy that he can ride in a normal car again, because he used to have to like switch out cars every 2 seconds because people would tail him because he was so big. Remember how big he was?
God,
like
that was so much.
So I feel like they'll do some like, they'll do the full tour, or like, I don't know, before Carly.
Maybe they would do
BC, before Carlisle, you know, something in that era.
If they did shit about Carlisle, or if they did like the werewolf origin story, like that would be lit.
It's just, it's so, when I think about the werewolf stuff, I'm like, ooh, but then all of the horrible cultural appropriation, it's just shit. Like, I was reading something about it the other day, and it's just like the idea that it would have been better, I say in quotes very loosely, if they had just picked a tribe that they just made it out of fiction, like if Stephenie had just chosen like whatever. And I know that like Into the Twilight has definitely talked about this as well, like if they would have just picked like a random thing out of fiction and not actually based it on real people that didn't get like any money for this, you know what I mean, like, and they just like added on to their heritage, like it's just fucked. Like if you think about it, it's not I mean, everything about Twilight is fucked if you think about it.
To be honest, yeah. So the only way that these would happen, though, is if Stephenie Meyer and then Suzanne Collins, if they signed on and agreed to it. That's the only way that
Stephenie Meyer will absolutely be ready to get more money.
She's doing a TV show.
For what, Sci-Fi Network or something?
It's not for sci-fi, but it's like something science fiction, and she's like the showrunner, and like that's gonna be very interesting.
Whose choice was that?
Listen,
do you want the weirdest adjectives ever on television?
I swear to God, I could give a whole fucking podcast about the weirdest fucking adverbs and adjectives this fucker uses. Like it was
the
like
wetness seeped from my orifice. I was crying.
She stood woodenly. Like
she stood woodenly at the marble man of the stone that was how in fast the moon. If I could fight you off. That was my very short rendition of the entire first book. Anyway, moving on to greener pastures.
We watched This Is Us. We finally caught the fuck up and came to current society.
And I came because Milo's ass.
Milo was the greatest part of that. Oh, absolutely.
Every time he appeared, I would just scream at Chris. Like, just like, sometimes you're looking, all right, any of my buys out there, when you're like looking at women, you're like, fucking men. And men are just out here fucking up all the time, just being trash. And then there's like that one glimmer of hope. And then you're reminded, you're like, wow, I really am secure in my sexuality. Because you see Milo and then Mandy, and it was just very hard times. My little gay youth heart died that day.
But This Is Us. I really enjoyed it. The first half was like...
I would say like the first like 5 episodes, I'm like, it's a lot of... I don't know. It wasn't quite to my Parenthood level of a vibe yet, you know?
Yes, I get you.
And then it gets there. Also, no one told me that I was going to love Randall's dad so much and that there was a bisexual character. Like, and he's the coolest character.
He was definitely one of the coolest characters. And actually, like, I liked to look at Milo, but Randall was the best character.
Also, Randall is Chris if Chris had a lot of more elements to his mayo. You know what I mean? Like... You have ever been through anything.
Yes.
But like just like the money and the math era and the career stuff, very Randall.
I get what you're saying.
I love him though.
His story was developed.
I hope they develop Kate's story to be anything more than just about her body and her weight. I really hope, because like
they gave her like a job for 3 seconds and they were like, okay, forget that.
Yeah, like they gave her like one episode where they were really talking about her career. And then it ended up being all about her weight anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm hoping for a little bit more variety and like just more to her character. But it looks like there's going to be more because she, you know, stuff. I don't want to give away any spoilers though. I'm sure everybody knows everything by now, but I just don't want to. But I don't know. It's good.
It was a fucking good show. It got heavy. And then Yeah, there was tears.
I cried. Great soundtrack, like the best soundtrack.
These shows with their soundtracks are killing it lately. In between that and Big Little Lies.
And Grey's Anatomy with all that weird shit that they're playing.
They just have Sleeping at Last, like...
Sleeping at Last, like, in a fucking bunker, and they, like, take him out of his cage, and they're like, sing for us!
Oh my god, speaking of Grey's Anatomy, Shonda Rhimes is leaving ABC.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But her shows, apparently, that are already there, like, staying until they're done. So I cannot wait until... Here's my prediction. So Grey's Anatomy is coming up on its 14th season, okay?
So
I was 11 when the show started.
For the longest running medical show.
Their goal is to do that. And so I think that once this season is up, they're going to like make 15 their final season. So they can at least just claim that.
Then I don't know what's going to happen. But they also have their spin-off show about firefighters in Seattle that's like in the same universe.
Oh my god, I bet you $500,000 we'll still have to see stupid April and Jackson fucking plot lines in that show too. They'll have a J-April episode. It's just like they're caught in a fire.
There's going to be so many things where it's going to be like on the episode of like firefighters or whatever it's going to be called, like they're going to be saving somebody from a fire, and then in the Grey's episode that follows it, it's going to be like, we're treating these fire victims like... Or
they're going to say something and they're going to be like, hey, remember that big fire on a ferry back in 2007, whenever that was, when Meredith almost fucking dies, aka every week.
Yeah, so that's staying in Scandal, and
I feel like it must be ending though, because we finally caught up on Grey's, and they've been like doing a lot of like throwback nostalgia moments where they're mentioning things from really long time ago. Like they mentioned Christina for once, and I was like, bless. So
and
I don't know.
Alex used Izzy's last name as a fake name, like in an episode, and that was just like a little touch.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe they'll finally end this.
And you know, it is going on its 14th season, but yeah, Grey's Anatomy was still entertaining. I don't know what it was.
I don't know what it is. It's probably just like the fact that it completely turned into just like a glorified soap opera.
Yeah.
It was always kind of that way, but at least it had a bopping soundtrack, and like
now it's just legit a soap opera.
It's just they literally play like those hard violins. Like it's just a mess.
So Shonda's going to Netflix. We didn't say that.
Yeah. So I feel like it'll get grittier and darker probably.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that you probably can't put on.
Honestly, it'll be great
ABC.
to just watch everything like
in
immediately. I can't I'm finding it harder and harder to watch TV shows like week to week waiting for each episode, and I kind of like to wait and then binge.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just easier
especially
that way.
Grey's Anatomy. That show, I don't remember at all what happens week to week.
I cannot dedicate
what was Owen
an
crying
hour
about this
each week.
Yeah.
Like I just need to sit down for like a fucking weekend and just watch it all the way through.
It really does work best that way.
So to change gears, we were talking, was it last episode, about foods that were crappy at restaurants.
So.
And so one of you binches out there, you left a post on our Reddit just basically dragging Texas Roadhouse through the fucking dirt.
Please read this.
I will read this. That's what I'm going to do right now.
I'm so mad at myself and everything else.
So it's titled, Let Me Tell You About Texas Roadhouse.
Please do.
So first of all, I'm looking for the drag of Texas Roadhouse because I just got done working there for a year and a half. The reason why we give you peanuts and bread is so you fill up on that before you get your food, so you leave faster.
That makes a lot of sense. But also, isn't it a bitch to clean up all those peanut shells?
They don't care about the manual
labor. It's not
labor.
Smart House Restaurant.
They don't care about the fucking manual labor that the minimum wage employees have to do.
Too real.
You know, we also line dance to get you out of the door faster, even though that never made any sense to me. I did not know that they line danced, so that's news to me.
What does that mean? Like
dancing? Legit line dancing.
I thought that was like code for like we try to push your table through or something. I thought that was like waitress code. Like,
what the fuck?
I didn't think they were actually fucking dancing, but you know what?
I don't remember that the one time I went to Texas Roadhouse.
I'm really glad that wasn't... I would just die. Anything where, like, you're at a restaurant and they do things at you, I am the most tense.
Have you ever been at Red Robin when the Robin has been there?
Yes, and I'm tense because I'm always with a group of fucking drama geeks, and they're like, oh my god, come here, we have to take a picture for my Zanga. Don't you so miss, like,
pulled out the disposable camera?
Honestly, though, the digital camera, that was pink.
Yeah, yep.
But, like, also, just a side note, like, when we were in drama, we would go to the Stardust Diner in New York City, and that's where they have, like, all of these, like, off-Broadway people that are singing, and it's, like, they touch you, they get you involved, and it's very fun to watch,
not
but I don't like it when they come to me. And I can sing, but I'm like, I freeze up. They're like in the middle of singing something. They give you the microphone. You're like, I'm eating my sundae. And at Bubba Gump's, Jason, but like, they come at you and they're like, fucking trivia. They give you like Bubba Gump's trivia.
I've never been to Bubba Gump's.
Of the movie Forrest Gump.
Oh, okay.
And at one time I won a little snow globe, and when you turned over its cap, it was a little shrimp that you could use as a stamp.
Oh my
which
God.
is very on brand for me.
Yeah, very on brand. You put that on your little creamers.
Yeah. My little shrimp tails I would take home.
So anyway, this says, the bread is God's gift to Earth, but it's about 200 to 300 calories a pop. We also just...
Like each round? Like the little rolls? I don't remember their bread that well.
Yeah, each place has its own bread, and they're all unique.
What's your favorite bread of all the fast food chains?
It'd probably have to be that fucking Cheesecake Factory bread. Like,
I know
it's
the
terrible.
Brown.
Yeah, the honey wheat or whatever the fuck it is.
That, or also Outback's brown bread.
Oh, yeah,
they have that like maple butter. Fuck me.
That's how they get you.
It's always the maple butter. The cinnamon maple butter.
It's all the sugar. We also just released the calories on it this year, since most states now require calories to be listed.
I remember when like no one had calories, and then they first started bringing it out, I think in like New York. And then when we would go to those New York trips, everyone's like, oh my God, there's like 3,000 calories in this Red Robin burger. No one knew.
I would get the grilled shrimp when I was closing because I was thinking it was healthy, but I was so wrong because it has over 1,000 calories. Plus, think of that with the bread.
Oh God!
I can only imagine.
And you eat that bread. That's the best part of the whole meal.
They ended it with, honestly, we really do make our sides from scratch, but the mashed potatoes are fake. If you're a vegan or vegetarian or can't eat pork, don't get the sweet potato or baked potato. They're rolled in bacon fat.
That shook me.
That is also like should be common knowledge for like out there on the menu.
I don't think they have that fucking listed.
That should be like on the menu.
So I feel like a lot of people probably do that, like to make things taste a little better. Like, oh, you wanted the baked potato because that's on our light menu. You know.
Well, here's some fucking greasy fat on it.
Here's some bacon fat on her.
So we were thinking that for an episode, we could have you guys submit any stories or facts or things you think we would like to know about the places that you have worked at in
It doesn't
your
have
past.
to be like chain restaurants. It could be like, I don't know.
Different, like...
Blockbuster.
Like chain places.
The first thing that comes to mind.
The one extinct thing. Like,
yeah. I'll say every extinct thing right now. Radio Shack.
That's still there.
Is it really?
Yes.
Borders.
Still holding
Woo!
on.
Discovery Zone.
So yeah, we were thinking of doing an episode where we share some of your guys' horror stories about what goes on at these chains. And
if you want to be anonymous, you could just email us or post it on our Reddit with like a throwaway account. Like we won't read anyone's names regardless because we wouldn't want you guys to get in trouble. Don't do it if you're still working there either. Just be careful.
But it's just fun to get the tea on the restaurants. I feel like I've shared most of what I can about TGI Fridays.
I feel like
Regal
I've shared everything
Subway.
about Starbucks and Target.
Yeah.
But also a lot of shit has changed at those two places since I've worked there. It's been a while.
Yeah, definitely.
So. But anyway, let us know because we think that shit is very interesting.
I think that would be a really good time. So I think this is a good point where we could go to a word from our sponsor and then have some questions. Today's episode of Coffee with Rachel is brought to you by Care.com. Care.com is an easy and reliable way to find care for everyone in the family, and that includes your pets. So one of the biggest things that holds us back from doing any extended vacations is that we don't have anybody in the city that would be able to take care of the cats. Well, thanks to Care.com, we now have a service that would be able to help us. Care.com can help you find somebody in your area, which there are tons of people all over the country that would be able to help with sitting, which is just sitting with your cats at home or whatever pets you may have. They can also board your animals. So if you would like your pet to go on a little vacation of its own, they can also help with just walking. If your pet needs a walk in the middle of the day, you're away from work. Care.com just has tons of people that are ready to help. And one of the best parts is that all of the potential caregivers on the service have background checks, reference checks, and qualifications and certifications precautions to make sure that your animals are being taken care of by the best people. The website is really, really easy to use as well, and I was able to get in there with just a couple minutes and already find people in the area that would be able to help take care of the chunks. So if you want to check out care.com right now, you can sign up for a free basic membership, which lets you be able to start searching and see what kind of caregivers are available in your area. But you can also upgrade to a premium membership so you can reach out to caregivers, schedule interviews, and even pay for and book people online. And we have an offer for you guys. If you go to care.com/CWC, you can get 30% off of your premium membership. That's 30% off at care.com/CWC.
All right, so we've talked about the Emoji Movie, right? Like, we haven't seen it yet, and I still want to.
We absolutely will. I will find a way to watch it.
Who has a bootleg?
Honestly,
some shaky camera.
I'm not fucking pay for that.
But this is a quiz on our beloved BuzzFeed, and this emoji test will reveal your dominant personality trait. And I just want to know, because honestly, I feel like I'm very choice with what I choose.
Choice with what you choose.
It's true.
Interesting choice of words.
So the first question is choose. It's their new thing where you just click on the image. It's too high tech.
They're
BuzzFeed.
really trying to show their tech right now.
So this is choose a smiley emoji, and out of all of these, I'm choosing the upside down one because that's the one that I'd use the most.
I'm gonna go with the crying, laughing one.
Yeah, that you do use that one a lot.
I do use that a lot.
They're just basically showing you like an entire page of emojis, and you're just picking the one.
Yeah. Choose another smiley face. That's just all the other faces.
Out of all of these boys, I would say like the devil that's like kind of smiling though, like she's rude.
Oh, the purple one?
Yeah, the purple devil.
Okay, I get you. I'm gonna go with the one in the top left corner. He's kind of like looking down and looking like...
Oh, he's sad. He's what you post when you have cramps. I don't know. Okay, choose a person emoji. I know who you're choosing.
Oh, yeah, I'm choosing the dancing lady.
Yeah, I don't really use any of these, to be honest.
Well, you fucking should.
I'm probably going to use...
You don't use the one bitch who's got her hand like...
Yeah, like she's holding like a tape. I don't know what I'm saying.
What?
You know, she's just like, hey. That's who I chose.
Choose an animal emoji.
Ooh.
There's
I'm choosing the crab.
Options.
Just a nice crab.
And I'm going to pick the little octopus.
Yeah, I use her a lot too. Okay, this one's difficult.
Oh man, it accidentally selected the monkey. No!
You should retake the quiz over because that's tragic. You would never choose that.
That is absolutely the worst thing that's ever happened to
Now,
me.
the next question is very difficult because the food emojis I probably use the most. One, because my entire brand on Etsy is me tweeting food emojis. Because, like, I have made so many avocado bookmarks that I use the avo a lot. But if I'm not thinking about my brand, I'm still picking the avocado. Okay? What about you?
Oh, God, there are so many good options. Like, now, contrary, I don't use a lot of these.
But about the smooth egg.
I have used the smooth egg. Okay, I'm not picking the corn cob.
Do you think it's a raw egg or a hard-boiled egg?
Raw.
Yeah.
It's absolutely
You're
raw.
right. She looks fragile.
Okay, choose another food emoji.
Okay. At this point, I'm choosing the coffee emoji because I do use that quite a bit.
Yeah, I have to use the coffee because that's probably the only one I use. And then pick a random thing.
And this is like that one page that has like all of the knives on it.
The hammers and knives and like swords.
Okay, for me, it's a tie between the lit cigarette, the black hole, or the trash can. I'm going to go with the lit cigarette in ode to that one crab.
I'm going to go with the hole.
Okay, so this is your dominant personality trait, and I got sensitivity.
Me too.
Okay, not
This
true.
is so fake.
You're very in touch with your emotions, and you aren't afraid to express your vulnerability. Your strong emotions can lead you to be impulsive, which can manifest itself into creativity and openness to experience, as well as many self-destructive tendencies. It read me like a book.
It did not read me at all.
I took one the other day and it was like, what LaCroix fucking flavor you are? And I got lime and it was like, you are anxious. You probably have an anxiety disorder. Like, it just fucking dragged me.
It dragged you to filth.
It really did. It did.
It really did.
I don't know what's in their algorithms, but they know me. They don't know you. You're like undetectable for internet software.
I feel like me and Squeezie are the same. You know, it can't quite pin us down.
You can't quite pin us down.
All right, so now I'm going to do the Patreon questions from patreon.com/coffee with Rachel. And the first one's from Taryn, who said, are you two going to be doing anything fun for viewing the eclipse? I suggest watching the Twilight Saga eclipse.
Oh my god. Well, Chris finally found the eclipse glasses.
Yeah, I was trying to find them to like find online to buy, and they were like, buy this pack of 500 for
They're
like
oh, you're
$40.
a teacher.
Yeah, so then everybody was like, hey, they're at grocery stores. So then I went to the grocery store, and there they were.
Amazing.
So now I just have to
When is it?
It's a week from today.
Okay.
So I had to make sure that I have no meetings during that time.
Is it at night? No, we wouldn't be able to see it.
No.
Okay.
Not at night.
That was a bad question. Okay. What time of the day is it, do you know?
I don't know. I've been really bad with this.
This is something that you should know.
That's something I really should know.
This is something that Chris normally has on
Would be
lockdown.
all over.
But I'm ready to look at it. I can't wait to play that one eclipse watching scene from Mad Men at the same exact time.
Yeah.
And that's how I will view it. There's always, like, in any drama or television saga, there's one episode that centers around an eclipse. Have you ever noticed?
Usually weird shit happens during that. There's been a Craigslist posting that was shared around at work, and then I also saw it on my Facebook too. Somebody in Oregon is like looking for someone to create a baby during the eclipse.
Oh.
So, yeah. It's really weird. They're like, so our baby can be the new like leader of the world. Like,
so I thought you were just so that you would feel better naming her like Celestial or something.
No. It's like mystical.
Okay.
It's
what am I going to do during the eclipse?
I'm just going to look at it and be like, wow, that was kind of cool.
God, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I wonder if the cast will do anything weird.
I don't want them to look at it. What if they look?
They won't look.
Lila's eyes, they're so big. Same with Squeezie.
Lila's eyes, Squeezee's are fucking huge.
Squeezie is the eclipse. He probably has built-in eclipse goggles.
Honestly, his eyes are the eclipse because he's got the nice golden iris and then the giant black pupil.
Yeah.
Wow, I just unlocked that.
Squeezie, a gift from God.
All right, next question from Melanie, who said, how do you handle the stress of waiting to hear back about jobs?
Ooh, I usually eat. It's true.
That literally is like one of the worst stresses.
Bitching about it to other people.
Yeah, that's how you handle it.
That's the number one way.
The way I was handling it was like I was just submitting so many job applications that I never had a moment to like be anxious about the other ones because I was
you
just
were filling
like
out another application.
Something has to happen because I have to attach the application. Then you have to enter in the information separately again, and then you have to take the personality quizzes, and then it's all just a lot. I don't like job applications.
Has my personality changed from the amount of times I've had to take a personality quiz and lied and picked the answer they wanted me to choose?
Yeah, like you totally like can tell what they want you to fucking
They
pick.
don't want you to say shoplift. Like,
yeah,
they definitely don't.
You will not get hired if you pick shoplift.
Yeah.
Wow, we really appreciate your honesty. You're hired.
I love lying in job fucking interviews.
All right, Amanda asked, now that you've been running your Etsy store for a while, do you have any tips for artists trying to start an online business?
I feel like I haven't been qualified to answer this. You know, I've only had it like, if you think about it, it's wild. I've only had it since like
You had it for
June.
2 months.
Yeah.
Because it's the 14th today and you started on June 12th.
I would say because I really have not been in the game that long, and let's be honest, I did go in with like a super advantage of already having an established audience, and I know that that's like not something that everybody has when they're starting an Etsy account, so like I do take that into consideration. But like I would say the one thing I would say how many times am I gonna say that?
What would you say about the one thing?
It's coming. Basically, getting everything ready before you launch, having your logo, your banner, all of your artwork, your packaging, like testing out what you think you're going to be packaging your items with, having everything like with a concrete aesthetic and also branding. You know,
branding is like
I would say that's key. Yeah. Like setting up any sort of Instagram account that you're going to be using to share. Also researching like the tags that people use. A lot of people, if you look at any Etsy seller, look at what hashtags they're using, especially if they're selling similar things. Like say you're making knits, then look at what the knitting benches are doing, or like if you're doing watercolor paintings, look at what the watercolor
use those
people.
hashtags, but then also like make your own.
Yeah, make yourself one so that people can share, and then hopefully, I think also making sure that you're sharing what other people are buying of your shit is good, because it just I would hope that it would encourage people to buy new things, because they're like, oh wow, like I ended up on her fucking page or whatever, and like also it just shows that like I appreciate that person spent their money on me, and you know.
I think that a lot of it, like, while yes, like the thing that the people are actually buying, like the product, it has to be like good and everything like that.
Yeah, of course, that's game.
That's a given, but like everything else that goes along with it, but because like I've ordered things from Etsy before, and then they've come like not in the greatest of packaged ways. And
I say like if I get something from Etsy and it comes in just like a plain envelope and there's like relatively no packaging that would keep my items secure, I've had things come broken, I'm not going to be telling my friends about your store, and I'm not going to be probably ordering again. But if you get something that's like coming securely, you see that it has good reviews, you see that the packaging is like consistent or like spent time, like for me, like I almost was like, oh, well, maybe I should just fill out everybody's this is a small thing, but like filling out everybody's address on the envelope with my own handwriting. I was like, oh, well, that would be like a cute personal touch. Then I realized no one's going to be able to fucking read it.
Yeah.
So I print out shipping labels, and then in turn, it makes my products look like you're buying them from like a fucking store, because it's coming with like this printed label that looks nicer, has like the logo on it and stuff. I don't know. It's like the little things.
And I would also say that like Etsy, like, it might get some shit sometimes, but like it's a very...
I find it great to use.
It's a great platform.
And I don't know. I want to make an entire episode about this later, when I've still learned a little bit more, because I haven't even hit like fall time yet, and that's when I think things are gonna really like take off.
Shopping season,
it's shopping season, it's holiday season, and I feel like it's gonna teach me a lot, because I'm definitely planning on having like some sort of Black Friday or Cyber Monday sale. I think probably Cyber Monday. That makes more sense.
What about Small Business Saturday?
Ooh, when is that?
This is the day after Black Friday.
Holy shit, that's too many things. It's a lot of days. Well, maybe the coupon would last for those 3 days.
You just have to prepare and have things launch on all 3 days.
Yeah.
Like, just be like fucking ready.
Yeah. So I don't know. Either way, like I know that there's gonna be like days where I have sales and coupon codes and all that kind of stuff, and I know that I'm gonna learn a lot this holiday season. So
we'll check back in at a later date.
I'm excited though. I have some fun things cooked up.
Honestly, that fucking note that we have, that's just like filled with like
ever-growing.
Ideals.
I
don't even know where
Did
I'm
you
going.
whistle?
I did something.
If you whistle,
a dog
while
heard
you
me somewhere.
Yeah.
Next question is from Cassandra, who said, "Hey guys, and the chunks, of course. I'm moving into my first apartment on Saturday, and I was just wondering if you have any advice on how to share the kitchen and living room area with roommates. Bathroom and bedroom are all mine, bless. But I was just wondering if you had any advice about the other shared areas."
I would say clean up your shit.
Yeah, that's the number one, is just clean up after yourself, and like try not to be like an inconvenience to others.
That's me in life.
Yeah, that's me. Like you're allowed to like utilize your spaces. Like we were definitely on the more like anxious side of like we're never utilizing communal spaces because we're anxious about being an inconvenience, but like you're allowed to like use those spaces.
You're allowed to cook yourself food. Just make sure that you're cleaning up everything that you're doing, so that when they have that awkward roommate meeting, you're fucking clear.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how you gotta fucking do it.
And like if you want to be fun, you can like clean a little bit of what other people are doing, like in the sink and stuff. I don't know. I was always like, okay, I'll unload the dishwasher if I see that it's full, or I'll, clean up if there's like just one pan that's been soaking and I'm just already cleaning up a bunch of shit. Like I'll do it, but I would just say, like, keeping your own stuff clean, that helps. Also, I am a person that would label my fucking food, because you're in college, you don't have a lot of money, and don't eat my fucking popsicles, bitch. I'm sorry. Like, I'll never forget it. I was like, those were not yours.
So many times.
It's just like there was this one roommate of ours in our first apartment that just like I think he genuinely thought that whatever we bought was like for the whole house.
Even though we brought all of the furniture.
I know. We did a lot.
That was an experience.
That was a year.
Living with roommates, it's a life lesson.
But I feel like it's something that you should do at one point because it teaches you so much about your tolerance.
Things that you should go through, having a service job.
Yes.
And having roommates. I'm not sure what else.
I don't know. Living between paychecks.
Yeah.
No, not like for a long time.
Not like if you can avoid it, like that's great because
that's cool, Susie. Yeah. See you at golf club, but bitch, I'm not there.
You're just sniffing this fucking. She just picked up a fucking candle and is sniffing it.
It's actually not a Bath and Body Works. We bought it at like a little boutique.
This is a fucking fancy candle.
I know. This was like a fucking $40 candle. We have yet to burn it. We mostly bought it
to burn it. It is never getting burned. Like you have decorative candles.
You can burn it like once, so it gets that little like well. You know.
I understand, but you know, I like to only burn the Bath and Body Works because they have the nice wax pool.
Yeah, we don't know what she's gonna do in here, but if you do burn it, this pot could become a really nice planter. You know what I'm saying? DIY, the Sorry Girls. I'm here.
Hacked this.
I hacked this candle.
Next question is also about the Etsy store from Catherine, who said, Rachel, I love your mini sculptures. Are you planning to sell any on your store?
Yes, I've been. Well, first of all, thank you. Thank you very much. But I just haven't. I don't know why. I started with like a certain amount of things that I thought like people would like it because I knew that the miniature stuff and like the hyper realistic food things are definitely a niche product, and they also take me a very long time to make. I don't
think they're quite as niche as you think. I feel like a lot of people are going to be really jazzed about some like pizza magnets.
I know. I don't know. They just take me a really long time, and it's been hard to kind of figure out how to price them because they are going to be probably like the most expensive things in my store because of the level of time and product that it takes to make them. So they're definitely on the way. I'm starting slowly with like realistic plant things, and then I'm moving into the fucking food.
Yeah,
but
I feel you.
Around holiday, like I said, like fall and winter and stuff, you're going to see it. It'll be there. So the next question here is an interesting one, and I've definitely never gotten this before. What question do you not like answering?
Oh.
Why aren't you friends with blank anymore? That's it. That would be it. Yeah, it's the only one I could think of off the top of my head. I mean, there is only so many times that I can be asked where to eat in Seattle. Because I literally go to the same 3 restaurants, and I've told everyone.
We've told you guys.
I should like tattoo it wayward. Like just show everybody my forehead.
I should honestly put like an FAQ on the website.
Our recommendations for a tour of Seattle.
Yeah.
I would say, that.
Yeah, because, I mean, I'm sure you guys don't want to hear every week us telling you where you should eat in Seattle.
Yeah.
That would be something. What was your favorite class you took in college and why? Do you miss the academic life at all?
I do now that I've been so out of it for so long.
I miss that whole vibe, honestly, sometimes. Like, not like the fucking, like...
Let's go your hair out vibe.
And let's go to a frat party vibe, but living on a campus and all that stuff, it was kind of fun.
Okay.
My favorite was probably still, even though I love meteorology, it was Film in the American Society because that was just a great class.
That was a good one. I would say interpersonal communication with Schreiber. That was the best one. That was when I learned how to like be able to lie detect, and like count how many times someone rolls their eyes when I'm speaking to them and shit. You don't actually need to be taught that collegiate level style. You can just do it. But that was a very interesting class, and I think I learned the most about public speaking in that class.
All right, next question is, I'm a new listener to the podcast, but an old fan of Rachel.
Oh, God.
My question is, where do you get your inspiration for cooking? Any certain websites or YouTubers you get the best recipes from?
I mean, I have always liked to cook, at least since I had my own
Food Network, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. I mean,
that's my childhood.
Yeah.
I would say I'm like not afraid to just try something and like just try a recipe for fun. Like when I'm bored, sometimes I'm like, all right, I want to just make something that I've never made before. Yeah. So usually, at least right now, I just like have to find the vegan version of that.
It's usually right now. It's like, hey, I love this dish. Let's try and find a way to make it vegan.
Yeah, honestly, trying to eat like only plant-based has really inspired me to fucking do more because I like have to
It's like
every
crazy shit with
recipe.
vegetables and stuff and like yeast
And sometimes
like,
it's not even that crazy, and you're just like, oh wow, it's pretty fucking easy to
Yeah.
pull this off. I love Hot for Food for vegan
Yes.
recipes. As much as I fucking hate PETA as a goddamn company, because I really do, they're problematic on many levels. But their website where they have all the vegan recipes,
they got fucking pages, man.
there's a lot of shit there that you can look at, and that's like the one thing I do like is that
Yeah.
page.
They have a fucking jambalaya on there, and
I like
it is
Minimalist
great.
Baker for ideas, but she doesn't season her food enough. I'm so sorry, but I have to always add so much more.
I always think it wasn't Minimalist Baker, but it was somebody else. And I just think of this recipe we used to make back in Balfour, and it was it was
yeah.
like, hey, put like rice or quinoa in a fucking pot, and then you put like chicken cutlets
it was
in
just
the
like
water.
pieces of chicken and then like broccoli steamed.
Oh, it was like we put veggie broth in it because we were like, holy shit.
She was like, just use water and a pinch of salt. I was like, bitch, there is no flavor in this.
there's no flavor, but goddamn.
And even with veggie broth and some other stuff, it still was never good. It was just,
it was like basic,
was
and it was like
basic.
something you can make quickly.
but oh man. Yeah, and I would just say also there's a lot of people on YouTube that will teach you how to do vegan recipes. Like, if you're not vegan, it's a lot easier to find other places. Like, I used to love, and Domestic Geek, she'll definitely do recipes that are vegetarian vegan, but she primarily does do stuff that has like chicken or salmon and stuff like that in
dairy.
it. Or yeah, like Greek yogurt. She does a lot of like Greek yogurt stuff, and like I do miss Greek yogurt, I'm not gonna lie. Though I do love coconut yogurt, but it's not tart.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm a huge fan of it because it's giving me the sweetness, and
It honestly just tastes like Yoplait.
yeah.
which
and
is
honestly,
fine.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, we use the So Delicious brand if you were wondering, but
Yeah,
it's good, you know?
it is good.
A lot of people have been tweeting me because like Minimalist Baker has a fucking recipe on how to make your own, and I can't. I could do it. I could. Okay, like I really
There's
could.
a point where I am. No.
I'm not here to culture something in my home.
I have
I
a lot of
can't.
other things I am doing,
There's
and
a
I don't feel like
recipe
culturing
for
things.
cream cheese, and they're like, leave it out at room temperature for 2 days, and then it'll get nice and tangy. And I'm like, I have to fucking go.
No, I am.
At that point, I'm
I'm
just
leaving.
buying fucking, what's the kind that we use? I don't remember. Tofuti?
I don't remember.
I have no idea. Kite Hill.
Kite Hill.
Yeah.
That's it.
We haven't tried the tofuti. I just like saying that. Tofuti. Like, I just honestly remember, like, being a kid and watching Doug and having their band that they're obsessed with called Killer Tofu, or that's a song that they sing. They're like, Killer Tofu. And I just remember being like, tofu, that's fucking disgusting. And, like,
Oh my
that's
God,
most of my diet now.
Yeah, I used to think tofu was like the grossest thing you could ever do.
And there have definitely been times where I've had it where it hasn't
not
been
good.
seasoned at all, and it's
Yeah.
bad. It's not like it's bad, it's just like there's nothing there.
I get you.
You have to add a lot.
So we're gonna round out this episode with not a question for us, but a question for you guys. I want to know. So somebody left a comment on my Instagram the other day, and they were basically saying that they were shook when they saw what Rachel and I looked like in real life because they had only listened to the podcast, and then they just one day decided to go look at our Instagrams.
That's a lot.
That is a lot because the majority of you guys are coming from, I call it ambrosia days.
Please fuck off. Please stop it.
87 days so far.
Someone tweeted me and they said Strawberry Hill and cigarettes, and I
Oh my
almost
god!
sneezed.
Holy shit!
I know.
I'm leaving.
I fucking exited the planet, honestly.
So my question is to know when you guys entered the Rachel cinematic universe.
Fuck. The hand gesture he just made. Thank God we
There's
do
a
not have a
lot.
visual podcast. But also, if you're listening, if you've never seen our faces before and you think we are animated like the fucking iTunes cover, because we're not. But I get you.
That's what they mentioned is that like our comparison to like what we look like as to our animated selves, which obviously you have the wrong hair color now.
Yeah, I know. Like, I remember we came up with that art, and I swear I went blonde like a week later. Maybe not, but I definitely went it. She was gone. I'm clocking out.
And now you're just changing your hair color all the time when you're using these fucking dyes that don't last that long. So we just got to keep the art that we have.
I gotta switch the art every week.
Yeah, we'll just have a rotating catalog of arts.
Yeah. I mean, we could do that just for our glasses, honestly.
Yo, shit. Yeah, I got these new glasses. Did I talk about them last time? I did. Yeah, they're fucking great.
I love them.
I every time I'm walking home from work now, it's like I don't know why these glasses seem like so much better than the ones I had before. And
the clarity or like just the way
clarity.
They look?
Well, both, but like the clarity, because it's like I literally feel like I have nothing on my face, and it usually takes me a little while. Any glasses people out there, you understand, like it takes a while to get used to a new frame, especially if it's like a different size, because it's like in your periphery, it's in a different spot, the frame, and so it takes a while to get used to like where
and your last ones are smaller.
Yeah, so these are bigger, so I think that lends to why it feels just like instantly clearer already, because I have more lens to look through. But I've just been walking around like, wow, my vision is really clear right now.
That grass is crisp. And that's how we're gonna end this show. So binges, stay tuned. The rest of you guys, I can't even clink, so honestly,
yeah, shit, fuck.
Shake my fucking hand, Chris.
All right, let's shake on this.
That was a nice
That's
clammy
a
slap. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, benches. As Lila climbs onto my lap right now.
Lila has joined us for this segment.
Yeah, she is here, so you might hear her screams, which is okay by everybody involved. So we decided to give you benches what ice cream flavor you are, but with a twist.
Listen, there's a lot of benches and not that many ice cream flavors.
As it turns out.
And we want you guys to tell us which ones are real and which ones we definitely fucking pulled out of our asses.
Yeah. So let's get started with Ishbel Mendez, who is fish food.
Kate Convery is maple bacon.
Valerie Molina is French vanilla.
Emily Sweeney is fudge swirl.
Melanie Weldon is salted caramel.
Alex Capraro is cappuccino.
Shannon Shires is strawberry shortcake.
Alicia McKee is key lime pie.
Kimberly Proza is praline.
Sarah Booth is seared tilapia cream.
I think that one might be real. Taylor Collins is chocolate chip.
Emma Corbeil is cherry cordial.
Angelica Feliz is lime jello swirl.
Stephanie Lee is Thanksgiving stuffing crunch.
Jane Thompson is rainy day ripple.
Amanda McKnight is pina colada.
Chloe Fallon Malouin, please let us know if we totally butchered that,
Yeah.
is watermelon sorbet.
Kayla Bean is vanilla bean.
Jackie Goldfarb is jackfruit.
Lily Wynn is lil apricot.
Randy Robbins is quarterback crunch from Baskin Robbins.
I'm upset. Megan McNally is a McFlurry.
Michelle Cox is rainbow sherbet.
Rebecca Mack is Macintosh apple pie.
Joanna Jensen is boysenberry.
Jennifer Fowler is folic acid.
Nathan Braden is Benathan.
Amazing. Leslie Wright is Listerine strip.
Alexandria Taylor is Andy's mint swirl.
Renee Medina is medicinal cherry. We've all been there.
Gwen Stowe is Stouffer's mac and cheese.
Oh, if they veganized that. Victoria Thu is half-thawed Neapolitan.
Sloan Fuller is full-bodied red velvet.
You can tell at this point we're just fucked. Kat Schultz is peach schnapps.
Kim Bruley is green eggs and ham.
Jason Gonzalez is soup swirl, you get me?
Lindsay Torlina is tortellini alfredo.
Jess Adams is white chocolate macadamia.
Megan Oxley is mega mint truffle.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is Dippin' Dots mint chocolate chip dot.
Kennedy Rochelle is Ken's Thousand Island dressing ripple.
M. Samek is lemon cream.
Rebecca Edmondson is apple cinnamon.
Taryn Parker is tarragon chunk.
Megan Ashley is farmer's hash swirl.
Lutzy is loot crate. What a great service name! Use lootcrate.com/chunka. That's not a real link. Don't quote me.
Bailey Lynn is Lindor truffle crunch.
Emily Tormey is cornmeal surprise.
Sony Vaz Brune is prune and Activia.
Amazing. Jamie Lee Curtis is shook. Sabrina Hughes is huge brownie swirl.
Fiona is toffee. Just toffee.
Stephanie Oliver is honey cinnamon graham.
Juanita Cara is caramel fudge swirl.
Annie Wynn is Annie Ann's butter.
Cassandra Lee is orange dream.
Emma Nygren is lemon coconut.
Courtney Hall is licorice.
Angela Sue is vanilla cheesecake.
Aaron Bray is blackberry bramble.
Jada Goshi is mango.
My Elizabeth is Meyer fucking lemon.
You just have to deal with that, okay? Avery Labelson is chocolate covered banana.
Anthony Hood is Ant Hill truffle.
Mariah Hanna is amaretto.
Liz Holbrook is brownie batter.
Madison Greer is green tea.
Megan Preyes is pralines and cream.
Corey Springfield is brownie batter core. Wow, who made that? What brand?
Jackson Doru is Apple Jacks Crunch.
Bridget Carey Davis is peanut brittle.
Sophia Koch is coconut.
Ash Roselle is froze.
I need to leave.
am dry
Too
saying
millennial.
that.
Eat that with your avocado toast.
Stop it.
Beth Fonseca is Prosecco Pop.
Ian Murphy is coffee.
Kendall Berg is strawberries and cream.
Megan Grilly is grilled swordfish.
It's fucking Morimoto's ice cream. Chloe Ireland is Irish cream.
Taco Roach is Rocky Road.
Haley Cadwalder is walnut.
Camellia Malky is malted milk ball.
Amanda Pete is peanut butter.
Caitlin Whalen is raspberry and white chocolate.
Lauren Chavone is lime sherbet.
Dana Daly is birthday cake.
Claire Wood is wooden spoon and one of those Dixie cups from elementary school ice creams.
Like specifically the flavor of the wooden spoon.
You know, because you get that.
You're out of ice cream and you're just chewing on the spoon and you're getting splinters.
Yep.
Yeah. Anna Hernandez is banana split.
Flynn and Drew are Americone Dream.
Mackenzie Knight is a late night snack.
And Rachel Evans is rum raisin.
Amazing. We hope you guys got a scoop of that. Am I right?
All right. And the other benches are getting their own ice cream flavor hand carved at Cold Stone Creamery where they're chopping it on the fucking
Carved?
block. Well, that's basically what they're doing. They're like using fucking spatulas and moving it all around.
I was going to say they were all little sprinkles. Or Jimmy's.
No, sprinkles.
It's Jimmy's.
Get the fuck out of here with your
It's
Jimmy's.
fucking Jimmy's. If it's a John, it's a Jimmy's. And that's all
Jimmy, that's where Jimmy John's comes from.
Holy shit. Is he a Philadelphian?
Yo. Please let us know.
Unlocked.
We just
okay.
fucking
If the
the
name
end of the
like
show.
Jimmy's, it has to be Smuck. We've got Dana Marie Smith,
Bree Cram,
Ashley Riefenberger,
Mallory,
Allie Malone,
and Kathleen Wynn.
and for some reason, Chris has the font so tiny that I died reading all this. So I'm just letting
it's
you
a
guys
little
know.
quiz for you at the end.
It was a test for my vision, and I failed, I think.
See, I was talking about I have crystal clear vision. This was a test for you.
I
Need
needed my
glasses.
reading glasses.
Yeah.
But anyway, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let us know what your favorite ice cream flavor is, and if grilled swordfish really tickled your fancy.
Yeah, let us know if you find that pint in the grocery store.
Dairy should never be really mixed.
Dairy and fish never go.
Dairy and fish, none of that. Ish. I don't like saying
Well,
ish.
actually, if you have sushi rolls and they have cream cheese in them.
I don't like those.
But
I don't. That's like the white people's sushi.
But I mean, it goes. But it goes.
It goes in the trash.
I'm leaving. Bye, guys.
I just don't need it. Okay, anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.